Welcome, my lovely lads. I'm going live again, so let's grind it out through the world of last minute picks and predictions. I'm going to try to do this the best I can, but there will be some good and bad sides. Interestingly, everybody were looking pretty much nice at the veins, which was the way to go for me, which was a massive surprise in the first place, as when I've seen all of them walking nicely, walking okay, I said to myself, man, is this for real? Is this happening for real? And yes, it does. It was a really, really good way to go for all of us. And I think we're going to have a decent card right now. I really think we're going to have a decent card, as majority of us haven't seen the Wayne miss here. It was a really, really nice way to go. So I'm eager to say that I really enjoyed, and it should be time to bring it on. Let's bring it on and let's see how everything gonna play out. I'm gonna kick off with the prelims, and then of course gonna transition to the main card. I have a feeling that everything is gonna look great. Also on my end, it should be fine. What do I think about this card? Well, tricky card to bet, but let's kick off. The first fight of the night is going to be between Erin Blankfield and JJ Aldrich, and the odd I want to play over 2.5. Blankfield versus Aldrich. Minus 260 over 2.5. To pay your rent. I told you I picked Benoit. I played Benoit Saint-Denis to win, and I also played Rinat Fakhretdinov to win. So I played at my bookie, just to know those two. Rinat Fakhretdinov to win and Benoit Saint-Denis to win. These are my picks. So I'm just giving now how would I play, which I like, which I don't like. Blankfield versus Aldrich. Cowboy versus Luzon. I don't know. I wonder the same. Blankfield versus Aldrich. Goes the distance minus 225. Blankfield decision. I like Blankfield decision. Aldrich is pretty much durable fighter, but I like Blankfield decision. And I like Aldrich decision. So Blankfield decision minus 165. Risky bet Aldrich decision plus 650. If you really want to risk, Aldrich decision sounds like decent prop to me. I really think if Aldrich wins, that's the only way. Like, I don't see Erin as the lock of the night, if you know what I mean. Andreas Michailidis, Rinat Fakhretdinov. I played Rinat to win. Rinat to win for minus 265. This is the first time Andreas Michailidis is dropping to 170. The guy fought at minus 205, didn't go well. Minus 185, didn't go well. The question is, what's going to happen now? Is this weight class going to be beneficial or not beneficial for him? That's $1 million question, and I can't respond it at the moment. That's a really big problem because I can't respond it at the moment. I'm having a hard time dealing with that. And also, Rinat Fakhretdinov was having great results. I like Rinat inside the distance. Yes. Rinat KO, TKO plus 120. Or I like Michailidis submission. If you want to go with Michailidis, say Michailidis submission. 1400. Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, I always say everything when I'm live, so where do you find the previous fight odds, or do you just remember them? That's the website I'm using. I don't know which book are you using though, but if I use my bookies from Serbia, I will get nowhere because the majority of my fans are from the USA, United Kingdom, and you can also check odds checker. If you live in UK, this website is beneficial, odds checker. So depends on where you live. So this is for that. Molina versus Zhumagulov. Molina versus Zhumagulov goes the distance. No problems, man. Molina versus Zhumagulov goes the distance is minus 175. Let me see Molina decision. Zhumagulov not easy to finish. Let me say Molina decision. Plus 120. Zhumagulov decision. Plus 330. So really depends on what kind of style do you want to play. And I'm not going to lock this, just to know. I'm gonna leave it open. So I'm not locking all of my threads, just to know. Maybe I will start doing that in the future, but not yet. I mean, I still need to build the name. I still need to build the brand. And there are still fans who are very, very respectful towards me. My life is improving, so for now, there is no need for that, but maybe in the future I will do that, but I'm just saying maybe. Also, this fight, for some reason I see it going the distance, but anyway, that's how it works for me. That's how it works for me, actually, this one. So I mean, I'm trying to be as swift as possible, so that's how I'm trying to see that. Just 1 second. Next fight gonna be Johnny Munoz versus Tony Gravely. This is hard fight. Maybe fight starts round 3. I will stay away from this. Munoz versus Gravely fight starts around 3 minus 125. That's how I see it going. But again, I just need to do something swiftly. I'm just checking some odds. Yeah, that's how I see it. That's how I see it coming. Yeah, I'm thinking still. It rejects. All right, now let's transition to the next one. Munoz Gray William. Man, I'm thinking even over 2.5. If I pick the decision, it's risky. Let's say Gravely KO TKO. I don't know, man. Gravely KO TKO. Plus 215. This is tricky. I'm staying away from this fight. Staying away from this fight. I'll be staying away from this fight. No, really, guys. I will try. I will try to stay away. Haney or Cambosos? I pick Cambosos. You? Sorry, I'm thinking about this fight. Uh, I'm having a big dilemma about this fight. I'm thinking so much, but I don't know. Listen, guys, I would fade Munoz Gravely. I would really fade that fight. To me, this is really a 50-50 fight. I think this is the greatest pick'em on the card. No offense, but I would fade it. Sendeni Stolze by KO TKO. I would say Sendeni 175 for finish before time off 5 round on Volkov versus with Rozenstruik fight. Very likely to happen. I would say yes. Adam Fidura, I would say yes. Sendeni. I picked Sendeni to win for minus 155. Now I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like Sendeni decision, which is how much is Sendeni decision? Stolze KO TKO is very likely too. Sendeni decision plus 250. Stolze if he wins KO TKO. So I do also like Stolze KO TKO. Hence I put money on Sendeni. Took an absurd amount of damage in his last fight. Yeah, man, he's too tough. No matter which fighter win. I agree, Adam. I agree with your pick. So about your pick, I say yes. Stolze KO TKO. Yeah, I know, but Benoit Saint-Denis can take a beating. So Stolze KO TKO. I do like that because he's a kickboxer, but I would rather go with Saint-Denis decision if I must pick a side. But I picked Benoit Saint-Denis to win. Yeah, you're right. He took an absurd amount of damage. I'm now checking which else. Nah, nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. That's all. He bounces back this fight. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I think Saint-Denis. I put money on Rinat Fakhretdinov and Benoit Saint-Denis. So I'm telling you, where did I put my money? I hope he bounces back. I hope. Now let's see next fight. Damon Jackson versus Daniel Argueta. Majority people saying Jackson via decision. I'm fading this fight just to know. Majority people saying Jackson by submission. Jackson by submission. Minus 110. I also like Argueta to win. Because the odd is huge. But I'm fading this fight for a reason. I have my own reasons for fading this fight, my lovely lads. So even Jackson even Jackson submission is not the greatest odd, and Argueta to win is plus 475. Believe Damon Jackson is better at every aspect of MMA than Argueta. I also believe that, but I see this as a pretty much of a tricky fight. So if Jackson doesn't submit him, could be a problem. So I'm fading that fight. I didn't put it on my parlay just to know, but Jackson wins submission. I don't see any other method of victory for Jackson because he's a submission specialist. But again, no, Jackson decision simply doesn't work for me. I'm just saying it works for me. Argueta is very hittable on the feet too. Yes, I know. But I'm just saying, luckily, with these fights, it's always nobody's land, if you know what I mean. But if I must pick a side, I would lean Jackson, absolutely. Alex Da Silva, Joe Solecki. Fight starts round 3. Versus Da Silva, fight starts round 3. Minus 190. Solecki to win. 4. 4. Minus 165. It's Solecki to win. And again, needless to say, that this could be a great way to go. At least, what would I give to Solecki? Da Silva is hard opponent to deal with. I think this might go all the way, like Solecki decision or a late stoppage. Solecki decision plus 180. Or Solecki wins round 3. Plus 1100. Is like 175 in my opinion, just because in last years Alexander is having few win by decision, but this is, however, heavyweight. This event is for 5 minutes. Jackson odds keep rising. That worries me, If odds rise, that's a red flag to me when odds constantly rise. That's a red flag to me. I mean, that's how I watch it. Felice Herrig versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. No matter who loses, both of them, the fighter who loses is gonna get released. Herrig versus Kowalkiewicz. Fight goes the distance. Minus 285. Let me say Herrig decision, because Kowalkiewicz is battling Hashimoto's disease. She's not the same fighter she used to be. No, she's having health issues, so that's one of the reasons. I'm not a fan of Herrig. I like Kowalkiewicz, but I have health issues and I know how hard it is. Why is this fight on the main card? It's on the preliminary card. It's not on the main card. Let me check. I will check, but I think it's on the preliminary. It's on the preliminary, actually. Oh my bullshit, I thought it was the main. Used to be main, then they switched something. They changed something. True. Now, Oscar Mojarov. There is one thing that bothers me here. Just to make some edits. To edit this stream. Okay, that's it. Let's go with the main. I do see Manifield winning. Let's say he could be my third most confident pick, especially because Mojarov's record was changed. Over 1.2 rounds plus 170. Over 1.5 rounds. Manifield to win. Minus 250. No distance, but it's gonna be shitty odd, I guess. No distance. Minus 900. Over 1.5 is plus 170. Let me see how much this fight starts round 2. Whoa. Worth to try. But I see Manifield as a better fighter. Again, you never know with these guys and with these lads. Anything can happen. Oscar Mojarov has power, but that's really all he can rely on. Yeah, but I think fight starts round 2 sounds pretty much decent at least. He has power, but let's be honest, his record was juiced. Why would you juice your own record? Does it make sense to you? I mean, let me ask you a question. Why would you juice your own record? Why would you fake your own record? Does it make sense to you? Because to me, that's a pointless activity. Why would you juice your own record? Does it make sense to you? Because to me, it doesn't. Still, I need to think. I'm doing some research, but more I research, more I see Mojaro winning. Oscar Cardio is a suspect. Yes, I agree. That's what I'm researching right now. I also like her and Polish myself, but as a fighter, she's struggling with many things. She changed way of cutting weight, training, strategy. We will see what's happening in Kovalkiewicz fight. I would like to see Kovalkiewicz win in the fight, but she is fighting Hashimoto disease, man. Yeah, she's fighting Hashimoto disease, so I'm also having health issues, and I know how hard that is. I love Karolina Kovalkiewicz, man, but it's hard to fight with health issues. I mean, way to go. For me, she's a warrior. She's an inspiration. She's an inspiration for me. Uh, yeah, you said that last name. Yeah, Kovalkiewicz. I love her too. Karolina Kovalkiewicz. More I research about Manifield and Mojaro, more I lean Manifield. So let me see Manifield KO, TKO. No distance is the safest win here, but again, maybe fight starts round 3 should be okay. But more I research, more I see positive sides of Alonso Manifield. But guess what? Shitty odd. Sorry, lads. Very much shitty odd. Karin Silva versus Poliana Botelho. Actually, I have Poliana Botelho in this one. Plus 105. Carolina needs a win. Yes, I know. I want Carolina to win very, very badly. If she loses now, she's gonna get cut. And I know how hard it can be. I know. I mean, UFC is merciless. They cut fighters, but the odds always suck. They juice the better fighters so much. That's not okay, man. I mean, I've always been against juicing. I've always been against juicing, but that's the way. I mean, that's UFC. What can we say? Botelho is already an underdog, so I don't know. I already picked an underdog, so maybe Botelho inside the distance. Last 3-3-0 or Botelho decision. But I already picked underdog, so there's no need to pick, you know. Last 2-5. Yeah, plus 2-5 gonna work for me. Lucas Almeida versus Michael Trizano. I actually have Trizano winning. Trizano says he's done with boring decision fights. Guess what? I don't see Almeida finishing Trizano. I don't see Trizano finishing Almeida. Fight goes the distance. Very well. Then Trizano to win. Minus 225. Trizano decision. But it's probably gonna be some kind of split or... Trizano wants to fish for a KO, but he's tough, he's hard to KO, but he doesn't have that killer instinct, so... But he's high quality fighter. Plus 115, you can barely get the plus value. Yeah, I know it sucks. I know it sucks, lads. I know what are you gonna say, and you're 100% on point. Yes, this sucks. Let me see O'Day Osborne versus Zaruk Kadashev. Osborne versus Zaruk Kadashev. No distance is my primary pick. O'Day Osborne, Zaruk Kadashev. Minus 125. Osborne KO TKO. But Kadashev can take a beating. Osborne KO TKO. Last 225. Adashev KO TKO. Last 450. Decent Botelho spot, thank you. Adashev KO TKO. Plus 450. I think both of these are pretty much likely to happen. Like, no distance minus 125 sounds like a pretty much of a decent pick to me, if you know what I mean by that. More I think, more I'm sure of it. Anything can happen in that fight. Now I know what's gonna be your next question. Dan Ige versus Movsar Evlev. Evlev to win for minus 400, but I didn't bet on Evlev. Just to know, I didn't bet on Evlev. I'm not super confident about this one. Evlev decision, let me guess. Some kind of a shitty odd here. Minus 200. Let me see Ige inside the distance. Ige promised he was gonna knock out Evlev. So let me see if he can back up his trash talk. Ige inside the distance. If you want to risk, go for it. Or a big risk, Ige wins round 3 as Evlev guesses in the third. That's also another big risk. Plus 2800. Evlev smash. If Evlev wins, gonna be... Yes, Evlev decision, but it's like... It's poor odd. This odd makes no sense. It's a shitty odd. I know, I agree with all with you lads, but the odd is kinda shitty. Evlev holding him on the ground with a shitty odd behind. Do these odds make sense to you? Just tell me. Does it make any sense to you? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Makes no sense at all. Mosher sent a spy to RJ. What? Oh, what, brother? How did he send a spy? Whoa. Ouch. They want no one to bet on the fight. No one is going to bet on that fight. I didn't put my money on Evlev. I didn't put my money on Evlev. How's everything doing, Otis? Well, of course he sent a spy. I mean, he wants to see your tactics. And to be honest, A partner is disguised as a student. Yeah, I could have seen that. Man, I hope you're doing fine right now, Otis. I just posted you a question. Man, I hope you're doing fine. I don't know, man. If you're having a spa in the gym, that's. Do you think Guru beats Mimi at UFC London? Yes, of course. I've seen the guy. Guru is way bigger. That's. Does that fight make sense? No, it's like open weight class. Do you think Rinat will be a contender in the future? Hard to say. I need to see one Rinat's fight in the UFC and I can reply to that question. Sorry, right now at the moment I cannot reply to that question. As long as I don't see a fighter in the UFC, telling whether he is good or bad contender is pushing luck, if you know what I mean, like 50-50 question. Volkov versus Rozenstruik. My pick here used to be Volkov to win. Thank you, Otis. Thank you for positive words. Volkov to win. For minus 160. Volkov versus Rozen. No distance. Should be okay, odd. I think. No distance minus 150. No way, Rozenstruik is 6'4". He looks way smaller. Isn't he 6'3"? I thought Rozen is 6'3". I was thinking Rozen is a 6'3". Rozen versus Volkov. Fight won't start around 5 minus 115. Let me see Volkov inside the distance. How much is the odds? But also can be Jairzinho, KO, TKO. Volkov inside the distance. Plus 250. Jairzinho. KO, TKO is plus 200. So these are the odds I like. No distance seems decent. These are some big boys. Yeah, very big boys. Volkov decision. I will check now. That also makes sense. Volkov decision. Hey, Drubaka. Yes. I wrote to you. Benoit Saint-Denis and Rinat Fakhretdinov. There is different info. Yeah. Plus 150 Volkov decision. That's. I think that's small value, but decent. It's still plus, but I think it's risky. But again, makes sense. Oh yeah, I did. Why there are so many fighters with genotitis? I mean, really? So many fighters like with genotitis. I know it's controversial. Volkov decision not like 2.75. True. I've got Ige via third round TKO. That's plus 800, I think. Ige is like, or plus 2000, something like that. Very, very high level odds. Evlev is slowing down in the third, so it might happen. Easy has a Gino. Yes, I know. Many fighters have genotitis. Volkov decision odd like 2.75. Yes. Rozenstruik is a big boy. Yes, he is. Yes, Jubaka. Easy. Dan Ige juice. Might put some money on him. Well, Dan Ige inside the distance sounds okay. If the fight goes the distance, it's hardly to believe that Ige is going to win. Like Ige inside the distance or Ige KO TKO is the only option for me that could work for Ige. Gino titties are a strong indicator of steroids. Yes, I know. Majority of fighters. I mean, I'm not gonna say majority, but many fighters do have Gino titties. Ige KO'd Gavin Tucker when he had a Gino titty. Yes, I remember that very well, and he still has Gino titty. Not only him, Adesanya, Usman. Majority of fighters are on juice. Not like, I mean, TJ Dillashaw got caught, but majority of them are on juice. Volkov by decision is the lock. I think especially them odds. Plus 150 is okay odd. I think very okay odd, if you ask me. It's not just him on juice. There are many juiced fighters. Not just Ige, but my coach Itzko, he was telling me, no, he has never had a Gino titty, but he was caught for EPO. But anyway, I want to tell you one thing. My coach Itzko, he used to be at ATT with some fighters. He traveled, and then he told me, listen, they're on EPO 24 hours per day, 7 days per week. And I asked him, okay, how didn't they get caught? And he tells me, listen, they betray each other. I was like, what? Well, if that guy is not good with this guy, that guy is going to betray this guy to USADA and vice versa. Oh, I thought it was plus 205. Plus 150, Nile. Plus 150. Also, I don't have these nails anymore. This was just for one stream, to break, how you say, the monotony. But no, but that's how my coach was explaining to me. He told me, listen, this guy betrays that guy if he's not good with him and vice versa. So technically, if you have arguments between teammates, colleagues, or dojos, it's always risky because the other guy could betray you to USADA or maybe call. I know, haha, I will donate tomorrow, bro. Oh, awesome. Thank you, man. I know you're a great guy. And also, I'm trying to pinpoint that I was having that kind of conversation with my coach. And when we touched that topic, I was having a feeling that he is right. Great time for us tomorrow. Awesome. Starts at 7, I believe. 7 for me, 6 for you. 7 for me, man. 6 for you. You live in England. 6 for you. Also, I would like to say, yes, finally early card. Finally European time. Great time for us. Now, what I want to pinpoint is the fact that sometimes I was really thinking about the statements my coach Itzko told me. And technically it makes sense because USADA busts you when they have somebody who snitched. When they have snitches, that's when they bust you. Like with Johnny Boy, that was a different story because he used to be the champ, and when you're the champion, you're constantly under radar, etc. But I'm talking about normal fighters. I'm talking about fighters who build their careers. When you become the champion, you're in the public eye 24/7. But when my coach was explaining to me how everything works, I said to myself, well, this actually makes sense. This actually makes 100% sense. Because why would someone... how would I catch somebody? It's question. Don't you think that Volkov is the stronger opponent side of Derek Lewis for Rozenstruik? Hard question. No, I will try to respond your question. Is Volkov stronger opponent? If you talk about punch power, no. If you talk about punch technicality, kick technicality, clinch technicality, counters, technical aspects of the game, lateral movements, and all-around stand-up aspect of the game, yes. So Volkov doesn't have better punch power, but he is better in all other stand-up aspects of the game. If you ask me about takedown defense, I think Volkov is slightly better. If you're asking me about ground game, I don't see Derek Lewis as a master of ground game. As well as you know, he got submitted by many fighters, like for example Daniel Cormier. He didn't showcase the greatest the greatest skill on the ground, but I see Lewis as a physically stronger guy when it comes to hits. But if it comes to wrestling, like pure wrestling, I think Lewis could parry him. USA. It seems the UFC is marketing this card towards fans in the post-Soviet states based on which fighters are performing and the start time. Could be. Tai out-toughed Lewis. Tai actually out-clinched Lewis. What I want to say with Tai is the fact that Derek Lewis and all those, how you say, extremely strong fighters with great punch power are very much vulnerable to clinching, to clinch elbows, to short strikes. Snitches get stitches, yeah. Exactly what I wanted to say. They are in general vulnerable to short-range strikes. And generally they are vulnerable to tricky strikes from close range, if you know what I mean. What Tai did, he pushed him against the cage and then unloaded a big elbow. But I'm going to tell you one technical thing about Tai. If you rewatch that fight, and yes, they rely on snitches. Lewis faked that KO though. I don't know whether he did it or not, but I'm going to tell you, both underhooks were inside all the time for Tai Tuivasa. Why didn't Derek Lewis defend those underhooks? My coach Itko always says the first and basic thing, when somebody gets a hold of you, grab the underhook, defend the underhook by any means necessary, or move laterally. Why didn't Derek Lewis do that in that fight? Until that day, I was unable to understand that. I don't understand that even up to that day. Even today, I don't understand that. Who is the better striker between Osborne and Adashev? Osborne is more explosive, Adashev is more skillful. Adashev has a kickboxing background. Listen to Vlad, guys. He's very knowledgeable. Thank you, Otis. You are very knowledgeable too, man. And thank you so much for your positive words. He's got knockout power. That's it, really. Yeah, but you know what he doesn't have? When he we call it open kinetic chain here. I don't know how you call it in the United States of America or UK. But when Lewis' leg is in the air, he can't put that leg on the canvas and hit hard if his leg is in the air. He is very vulnerable when one of his legs is in the air. And Tai Tuivasa is not vulnerable when one of his legs is in the air because he has excellent reactive power. Or we call it reactive power or reactive takedown defense. So it also transitions to better off-balance striking. So Tai was having the advantage at that aspect of the game. Yes, he's got knockout power, but I think balance training and quickness movement training would help Derek Lewis a lot. When you're a big guy, very strong guy, you just work on other aspects of the game because my coach is always saying that you need to work on weak aspects of the game. For example, he told me, Vlad, punches of the top are not good for you. Hammer fists or elbows. I asked why. He said, well, you have two long arms. And it's pretty much easy to escape from your guard because he believes that my arms are too long for my body, and that makes sense because every time I try to pound out with hooks or something like that, opponents my teammates slip out. Only hammer fists and elbows gonna work for me, but it's just a technical detail. My reach is 74. I don't have very big reach, but here is the problem. Now I'm going to tell you what is the problem. When I'm in the half guard, when I lock a Dagestani into half guard, we call it Dagestani holding. I don't know how you call it. One leg and the leg next to it and the opponent's leg is here in the half guard. We call it Dagestani hold. I don't know how you call it. The problem is I'm too forward. I'm leaning too much forward, because in normal Dagestan you should be like this, but I control more with my posture forward because I'm not that strong. And I only have space for this or maybe elbow this, because until I swing, you're the most vulnerable when you're swinging, when you're hitting somebody on the bottom. The opponent has the greatest chances of evading while you're unloading barrages of punches. So it makes sense. Do you think Gaethje faked going out to make the tap more acceptable? I rewatched that fight, and to be honest, I don't know. I rewatched that fight 4 times, and I don't know. I don't think he did, but there is a possibility. That's interesting. But my reach is only 74. It's normal reach. I don't have insanely big reach. It's normal reach. It's only 74. But I'm telling you, because the front part of my body is way stronger than the rear part of my body. When I hold Dagestani, I lean forward too much, so I don't have space to bomb with big punches, only short punches. But elbows work for me, for example. But it only depends on you. I mean, this is just a technical preference. Really much a technical preference. For example, when you're attacking the leg on the cage, you have tons of options to attack. I'm gonna go to confront Mosher tomorrow. Good luck, man. I don't know why did he send a spy. Okay, it is between the two of you, but I don't know. I would never do something like that. But you two don't like each other, so maybe it's time to confront him. I would never do something like that, even to my worst enemy, like sending spies. I don't know what is the point of sending a spy? What are you gonna get with that? Like, is he gonna learn what are you doing on the training? Or, today, what is my coach Itzko doing? He is watching UFC on Fight Pass every single day. He is watching new moves, trying to get into the spirit of things every single time. He is watching the elite level names and trying to copycat their moves, maybe to adjust it towards fighters. That's how he functions. He doesn't need to spy people around. Vlad, you could be the John Jones of the bantamweight division. I'm actually welterweight, but thank you for that. Do you miss Tibura versus Rozenstruik? Cancel one. Do you believe Marcin Tibura can beat any fighters top of him? I think Marcin Tibura could defeat Rozenstruik. Yes, I think Marcin Tibura could beat Rozenstruik. Yes. Volkov finished Tibura 5 wins, one after one. Close fifth. Is this success? I think Marcin Tibura would have very good chances against Rozenstruik because of better grappling and better cage game. What did Mosher do? You excited for Imani's return? Oh man, I also miss Imani. That's what I wanted to say. Otis and Mosher don't like each other. They are rivals. It's kind of normal. I was joking around with Otis, claiming that I would like to see him and Mosher being friends one day, but I know that will never happen. It was just a New Year's joke. It was actually a Christmas wish to my brother Otis. Sent a spy to my dream. I know, everybody would be angry. I have, for example, an agreement with Coach Itzko not to record training sessions because he hates phone and something like that. And that's okay. I don't record training sessions. I'm learning, but I can showcase any move I want. But that's okay. The guy is great. He's literally showing everything. Whenever I ask something, he always shows, and he's very knowledgeable. But today you have access to not only Fight Pass. Fight Pass allows you the access to many grappling events. I'm not that much into grappling. I'm more into MMA grappling, but watching grappling events can actually help you improve your MMA career. it can significantly help you improve your MMA career because some submissions are going to work on a sweaty opponent while the others are not going to work on a sweaty opponent. Also, you don't have rush guards, spots, BGG, gi. So you have to be wise, in MMA, especially against a slippery opponent. Majority of those high-level submissions are not going to work. I agree. Is way more complete and strong with wrestling, grappling, cage against the back. Well, cage control is Tibura's specialty. Plus, he is better on the ground than Jairzinho Rozenstruik. So I do think Tibura is a bad pick for Rozenstruik and a bad opponent. So I wouldn't give many chances to Rosen. Well, team trials for the US wrestling team is today. Really? That's awesome. And normal wrestling and MMA wrestling, I'm gonna tell you, I started recording some comments to huge Balkan MMA experts. There are people from my state and from Balkan Peninsula who believe they know everything, and they send me all kinds of I can't say idiotic messages. They know nothing. Like one of the guys told me, for example, that a leading hook cannot counter low kick. I was like, what? And he told me, you know nothing. Leading hook cannot counter a leg kick. And I answered to him on TikTok in my native language, in my other native language, Serbian. So I'm recording some videos on TikTok in Serbian answering to those guys. Didn't Max Holloway beat Khabib in VR boxing 31? Yes, he beat him. But in my state, the problem is because people think they know everything, and that's that's not okay. I mean, that's not okay. Even me. Have you ever seen me pretending to know everything? Never. That's not going to happen. I'm constantly learning and constantly improving. You can rewatch every single fight at UFC on Fight Pass. Literally every single fight. You can learn whatever you want. Literally everything is available on the internet for a lousy $10 per month. Or, $10 per month. I'm paying that yearly package. It's like, I think it's $115, something like that. Not sure. I paid it on January 1st. People should respect their elders and more knowledgeable people. A lot of people don't. That's a sad story, man. I know how it looks like. I mean, I started loving this MMA internet because you can learn so many lovely things for only $10 per month, which is brutally good.
New Genesis up.
I respect Vlad's opinion because he's very experienced. I'm not. Volkan Zdemir, thank you, Jubaka. Volkan Zdemir is a great guy. I didn't know that. I don't know him in private, but if you do, that's awesome. Connor respects elders. Really? That's awesome. You still live in Serbia, bro? Yes. Except for the other guy punched in the bar. Haha. Yeah. Josh Koscheck is dominating me on UFC Undisputed 3. With Josh Koscheck, just pay attention to his takedown offense. When we're already talking about that, I could release another episode today for Carl CJ Johnson. I will do it when I finish this stream. Thanks for reminding me, man. I completely forgot about that. I should release another episode, another Pride FC fight of Carl CJ Johnson. Now I'm gonna let you one Pride fight, the first Pride debut of Carl CJ Johnson. So I was rocked again. CJ Johnson is the GOAT, yeah. Look at CJ Johnson's Pride FC debut. That was outstanding. Grove Street Gang. Gonna release another one. Definitely, I'm gonna release another one. So Grove Street Gang. That's awesome. I hope you enjoyed that. Gonna turn on my Camtasia later and record another Grove Street Gang domination. Hold on, my phone needs charging. Need to put my phone on charging. Sounds okay. Do you like bare knuckle fights? Oh yeah, why not? Bare knuckle fights are very fun to watch. But I don't watch it too often. I know there is some Polish promotion, Genesis or something like that, right? It's a new promotion, right? You have Genesis and you have Votore, but Votore is like old school style UFC. Is it Genesis, right? And yeah, you have Votore. I know you have Votore, which is like an old school style UFC fights. Prime Lyoto Machida versus Young Polish Power. I would say Prime Lyoto Machida. Yes, I love Votore. Votore is awesome. Votore is awesome. Montenegrin fighter Vaso Bakočević fought in Votore, but he lost to Masije Przošek, I think. I think he had butts on the ground. I think it was Masije Przošek or something like that. He defeated him via headbutts on the ground. Gromda? I haven't heard of Gromda. I must see what is Gromda. Ah, Gromda, bare knuckle fights. Yeah, yeah, bare knuckle fights, boxing rules. I haven't heard of that. There is no give fuck. Yeah. That sounds brutal, TKO by headbutts from the top position. Yeah, yeah, that's Votore. Uh, you have it on YouTube, many YouTube. You can type Votore fights. It's pretty much entertaining. I actually like watching Votore. Votore is, how to say, pretty much fun. Fun to me. Pretty much fun to me. There are many great Votore fights. About Gronda, I didn't know, but I will check it out before I go to sleep. Gronda sounds pretty much entertaining to me. And tomorrow, guys, of course, don't forget to join me. Tomorrow, we're gonna have a great night of fights. Very much of a great night of fights. And we will enjoy all together. Yeah, there is two types. One with ground and the other like hardcore boxing. Um, Actually, if I must choose, bare knuckle, I prefer hardcore boxing because it's like it reminds me of Irish boxing back in 18th century, like the beginnings of boxing. If I must choose, but of course, Votore is very entertaining to watch too. I'm excited for the fights. Feels like ages since the last card. Uh, you're not the only one, man. I'm also very excited. You don't even know how excited I am, my friend. Very much excited. I loved it too. I really loved it. Especially, every single time I'm chatting with you guys, I'm growing. I'm growing because many of you, maybe some of you are not as experienced as me, or maybe I'm not as experienced as you, but we can learn together. We can progress together. We can. No, me too. Yeah. We can learn something from each other, lads. We can learn a lot from each other. So it kind of helps me a lot. For example, when you fake a takedown, you can destroy your opponent with a big weaving overhand right or left. It depends. So there are many, many ways to finish or control your opponent or to slip out of the dangerous spot or the dangerous position. And I'm very happy that I have a very good coach. He helps me a lot. Hopefully, Erin brutalizes JJ in the first fight. Just bleed. I think JJ is pretty much durable, so I think it might go all the way. Actually, if I must pick a side, of course, I could say Erin, but I would rather go with something like fight starts round 3 or over 2.5. I know Erin is a high-level prospect, but JJ can take a beating. She likes technical wars, technical battles. I think her technicality is on a whole other level. Any chance to meet you in Poland one day? Do you plan to travel? Well, you never know. Maybe. Maybe. Why not? I was traveling last, 2 days ago. I was traveling to a city 100 kilometers away from my city. It's called Loznica or Loznica, how you call it. It's 100 kilometers away from Belgrade, where I live, to meet up with few fans. So I did travel. I have never been to Poland, but I would like to visit it one day. So why not? I actually applied for one promotion. I think it's called Elite Fighters. You can find it on my Instagram. I applied for that, but then I then I got sick, so my medical issues fucked me up from appearing that. I think it was Elite Fighters TV or something like that. Something kind of, welterweight fights, etc. That's what I applied. Unfortunately, my health issues fucked me up, so right now I've got to recover. And you never know. Maybe one day I would like to, for example, to travel to see Poland. There are many high-level stuff in Poland to visit. For example, I believe Poland is the home of high-quality mixed martial arts, boxing, also bare knuckles, ancient culture. There are many high-level stuff in Poland I would like to see. I mean, it's a good place for all the fans of martial arts. For example, KSW was invented in Poland. I don't watch it too often though, because it's usually going head to head with UFC, and I need to get some sleep before UFC. But I rewatch some bouts later because I have it on my sports channel. Ilya is a Polish con who acts like a Serbian man. Champ, where have you been, man? We've been waiting for you. You always appear at the end of the stream. But thank you so much, man. We missed you in the stream. How's everything doing? Yeah, like to take five with you. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the respect, man. And also Poland has a lot of high level fighters. And you have always had good female, good male fighters. You have always had good warriors. Very excited UFC starts early. Count me in. Put me on that bandwagon, cause I'm excited too. I'm very much excited as we're finally having a normal card for us Europeans. We're gonna see the normal card. Emperor. Champ is always entertaining guy. So anyway, I'm feeling better, if that's what you want to know. But it's too hot here. Believe it or not, right now it's fucking 76 Fahrenheit. So it's fucking hot. 6 p.m. banger. 6 p.m. until midnight, and for me 7 p.m. until 1 a.m., which is awesome. At 1 a.m. I'm still having a great amount of energy. I'm still in a great mood. I'm still pretty much eager to watch. It's pretty warm in the UK too. Rather True Fighters. Awesome. Just awesome. Very awesome. Serbia is the same time zone like France, like Poland, like Sweden, and Bulgaria is like Romania, I think, Turkey. Yeah, I think Romania and Turkey. Summer is coming, baby boy. It's gonna be hot in Europe. Yes, I know, man. I hate summer. Just to know, I really and honestly hate summer. I'm not a summer type at all. I'm a mountain kid, so Do you like it when it's warm with a nice fresh breeze, but it's not scorching hot? That's okay. That's pretty much okay. But if it's too hot, like tropical air, it kills me. It literally kills me. I hate tropical air. If it's hot and you have wind, that's fine. But if it's hot, no wind, tropical air, I don't want to be there, man. Never. Really? You've been to Turkey? That's awesome. I've never been to Turkey though, but I visited like Bulgaria, Romania, Greece, Macedonia. I've been to many states, but never been to Turkey or Poland. I would like to visit them one day though. Europeans can't really take heat unless you're Spanish, the norther up, the colder it is. Yeah, I know. I would like to live in Stockholm, man. Like Sweden is a great place to me. In Izmir. Izmir. People told me Izmir is a nice place to be. I've never been there though. Some of the people that I know spent summer in Izmir. They said it was nice. I know, man. The norther up, the colder it is. I would like to live in Stockholm one day, or maybe Netherlands, Switzerland, something like that. I just don't like the fucking heat, man. In Serbia, it's very hot. I mean, these summers are literally killers. All right, guys. Now I need to go sleep. Tomorrow I'm refing. I'm refing on Saturday once, on Sunday once, and then I'm changing the federation. I will ref for another federation. I will not this year. Maybe I will go to Croatia. Maybe I'm thinking about it. It's either big Croatia or Bulgaria. Also, just to say, I will change soccer federation. I will ref for another federation because I need more countryside. This federation is strictly inside the city of Belgrade, and I don't like it. Honestly, it's too urban for me. I need something rural, man. I really need something rural. So I need some change, and I'm gonna change my life. So, guys, have a great day, everyone. And tomorrow, let's catch up for the fights. I will be live for all the fights. So let's bring it on tomorrow. The Jews want to replace white people with the mixing pot strategy. So, that's why you call Guru the Juru. Anyway, have a great day and catch you later tomorrow for Fight Sum Up. So, have a great day, everyone, and let's enjoy.